Welcome to the drawing. It's Saturday, 1st of December after 6 p.m. German time, and we are here to determine the winner of my giveaway. The announcement video for the giveaway was video 609, and there I asked you to count the number of keys that I had on my table in that video. The prize is a box of mystery locks, almost 3 kilograms. I feel very honored that 132 people have entered their guesses in the comment section of that video, so thank you very much for that. And before we go to the actual drawing, I want to quickly show you my method for processing all the data that you have entered. With that I mean your guesses. So people have commented in the comment section under that video with a number, so with their guess, and I have uniquely replied with I have registered your guess. For example, in this case, UK Lockpicks 133, thanks for watching, and this repeats for every entry. So this gives me a very easy way to automatically process the data. So I extend the comment section until I have all the comments and my replies, and I can then automatically process this information with a little program that I wrote. This is the first reason, and the second is that repeating the entry with the actual number that were guessed ensures that the number doesn't change. So if someone thinks he might have guessed better a different number, this number in my reply will not change, and that's the only number that counts, because you have to guess only once and cannot change your opinion later on. So that's what I did. I replied to every guess with my standard sentence, and I processed the data with a little program. And before we come to the announcement or the determination of the winner, I will show you a little bit of the statistics that come out of this data. So here I have moved over to my computer to show you a result text file that my little program created from your entries. And first we see a list of all the people who have participated together with their guess. And the list is ascending, so that means we start with the smallest guess, which is 50, and we end up with the person who have guessed the most keys. So 50 was guessed by Nikonista. And when we scroll down, we should see all the names, all the participants. We're on the 160s, 170s, goes all the way up to the end, which is Cherokee, who has guessed 532 keys. Here is once again a little statistic. We have 132 participants. The average of all your guesses is 190, just summed up all the guesses, all the counts, and divided by 132. That results in 190 as the average, and the range is from 50 to 532. So here is a list of the guess together with the number of occurrences. So 50 was guessed only by one person. 96 was guessed by 2. And so it goes on with 1s and 2. And here we have a peak. 143 is a guess that was guessed 5 times. So 5 people have guessed this number. 4 have guessed 150. And here are some 3s at 175, 180, and 205. And here are a lot guesses with only 1s and 2s. The information that is contained in this list becomes a little bit more obvious when we average, and that's this little list. Average with 10, that means if we read 50, that's actually the center, so that means from 40 to 60, and we have only one guess in this range. But here we have a peak. 150, we have a peak of 26. That means in the range from 140 to 160, 26 people have guessed. And when we look at this number, or these numbers, we can see that in the area of 130 to, let's say, 250, we have quite some guesses, and below that and above that, the number is much less. I think it's time to look at this in a graphical manner, so I've prepared two charts. Oh, wrong. This one. So the first chart is the raw data, so we can see the guesses on the horizontal axis and the number of occurrences. So that's here 1. So these guesses are all guessed only once, so these guesses are guessed twice, and so on. And we can kind of see a peak here around, let's say, from 150 to 230 or 250. But when we look at the chart from the averaged data, it becomes much more obvious where we have an actual peak. So this is the same list that I showed you before. That's the averaged list, averaged with 10. And here we can nicely see that we have a peak here in this area, and if I move my mouse over it, we can see what this peak is. We already know what this peak is. It's 150. That means in the range from 140 to 160, 26 people have guessed. So if we believe that the intelligence of the mass means something, we would expect to find the actual number of keys around here, around 150. Are you curious to find out what the actual number is? Yes? So let's count the keys. And I did the key counting just after my announcement video, and I will show you this clip now. Okay, so now let's count them. I will make batches of 10 keys, and then I will count them. Then it's easier. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, the counting is done. We have batches of 10 keys each, plus 2 batches where we have the remainders of the less common and the more common keyways. So let's count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 14 times 10 are 140 keys, plus the 2 remainders. That's 8 in total, 7 plus 1. So we have a total of, here is the calculation once again, 148 keys. Alright, so now we know there were 148 keys on the table. Let's find out if we have a lucky winner or if we need to do a drawing. Therefore, I go to my YouTube page. Here I'm on the video section, but I choose the community tab to get to the comments. So here we see all the comments of my videos. There is a search field. I will enter 148, so it will now search through all of the comments of all videos for 148. Let's see if we find something. Yes, and here you can see only one hit. So that means we have a single person who has guessed 148, and it's Obiene Brave. So congratulations to you. 3 weeks ago, he commented, "Very original, I have to admit. My lucky guess is 148." On the right video. Yeah, very lucky that you have guessed 148 because that's the actual number. Yeah, Obiane Brave, you will receive the box of Mystery Locks, almost 3 kilograms, very soon. Please get in contact with me. Yeah, and to all of you, thank you very much for all of your entries, for your contributions. 132 people have guessed. That's pretty cool. Yeah, and until we meet again, thanks for watching and happy picking. Cheers and bye-bye.